Hi, this is Team S4. My name is Qiu Duan, and our topic today is car dealership system request, functional and non-functional requirements. There are five system request sessions. First, this project sponsors, business need, business requirements, business value, and special issue and constraints. Typically, sales managers and financial managers are project sponsors. For business need, this project has been initiated to drive sales through promotional offers and by matching online and on-site customers with internal and external vendors while keeping accurate and detailed historical records to determine customers' performance and salesperson's commissions. For business requirements, uh, first, matching online and on-site customers with vehicles. Then, search for vehicles in internal and external inventories. Keep records of customers' performance. Keep records for test drives. Track sales tests and discounts. And ensure managers approve sale and financing transactions.
Thanks, Emily. The business requirements continue with features that affect internal and external inventories. The dealership must be able to manage changes to internal inventory due to sales, buying new vehicles, and accepting trade-ins from customers. It also must allow salespersons to access other dealers' and manufacturers' inventories to place orders. The next set of requirements are related to data usage and keeping records. The system must provide the ability to determine commissions for salespersons, and it also should allow dealership personnel to decide what promotional offers to put out to attract new customers. To do that, the system must keep accurate and detailed historical records for all transactions, and it must have the ability to communicate with the accounting and analytical reporting systems. Let's move on to the business value section of the system request document. We expect there will be an improvement in customers' satisfaction, which in turn will increase sales because customers will be matched with the most appropriate vehicle. Also, the functionality will allow for the smooth acquisition of vehicles from outside inventories to prevent losing sales while inventory changes are managed efficiently so that salespersons know exactly what is available. In other words, they will know what's on hand or what they can bring in to make the sale. That will have a positive effect on the bottom line by increasing revenue and reducing inefficiency costs. An intangible benefit is the expected boost for salespersons' morale and motivation because they will have the ability to make more sales while ensuring their commissions are paid timely and the commissions are the correct amount. Finally, the system's ability to communicate with the accounting reporting system will ensure compliance with reporting requirements from creditors, investors, and government agencies. And communicating with the analytical reporting system will allow decision makers to evaluate business performance and set strategic plans. We now come to the last section of the system request document, which deals with special issues or constraints. First, the car dealership needs to prioritize its vehicles on hand, so promotional offers pertain only to those vehicles and to their pricing. Also, customers doing an online search are only matched with the internal inventory. To ensure cybersecurity for those online customers, their information is not stored. For on-site sales, salespersons can search internal and external inventories to match customers with vehicles. As a matter of definition, inventory changes involve buying from suppliers or other dealerships, selling, or accepting trading vehicles from customers. Two strategic constraints are the frequency of commission disbursements and the frequency of promotional offers, both of which are done approximately every week. Also, the number of people accessing the system fluctuate with personnel changes, so the system must efficiently add or remove customers. And to finish with this list, the accounting and analytical reporting systems are outside the scope of this project. This is the end of the system request portion of this presentation. Next, Sarah will start with the discussion on non-functional requirements.
Moving on to non-functional requirements, we've divided them into 4 sections: operational, performance, security, and lastly, cultural and political. Our operational requirements focus on the overall functionality of the system. It is vital for the system to be functional on all web browsers and mobile devices. Functionality on web browsers needs to include both Windows and macOS operating systems. The system needs to be able to update inventory in real time and keep track of commissions earned by each member of the sales team. Lastly, it must also include an adequate search engine to make accessing information and shortcuts easier. The performance requirements focus on the system's durability in high-stress situations such as heavy user traffic. Ideally, the system should be available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Response time for system user interactions should be less than 3 seconds. The system should be able to retrieve data such as customer information, customer preferences, and inventory data in 2 seconds. In the event of a system overload, it must maintain a log of all errors and updates. Our security requirements are focused on maintaining an organized hierarchy when it comes to information access. For example, access to commissions and paychecks is limited to managers and accounts team members. Managers can only make manual changes to inventory tracking systems and promotional offers. Lastly, salespeople have view-only access to manufacturers' and dealers' inventories to place orders. Finally, when it comes to cultural and political requirements, car dealerships face a complex challenge in meeting the increasingly stringent automotive regulations placed by the federal and state governments. Failing to understand and implement the regulations can lead to crippling penalties.
Hi everyone, this is Matthew, and the last item we are going to cover is the functional requirements. These requirements contain actions the system must perform and information the system must contain. We've mapped these requirements to our business functions, dividing them into 4 sections. 1. Matching customers to vehicles. 2. Sales. 3. Inventory management. And finally 4. Data. Starting off with matching customers with vehicles. In the first use case, a customer searches for a vehicle online, including options and accessories. This should return to the customer a list of the internal inventory to choose from. In the second case, an on-site salesperson is searching for a vehicle. This should return not only internal vehicles, but also inventory at other dealerships. The information recorded includes the customer's test drive, if they took one, as well as the customer's preferences. The next requirement relates to sales. When a sale is made, the customer financing method needs to be recorded. This could be dealer financed or an outside bank. In addition to financing, sales tax and discounts for sales must also be recorded. In all cases, a sale must require the approval of a manager. In the case of a dealer loan or a lease, a financial manager approval is also required and recorded. Inventory management is a critical function of the system. These 4 types of transactions modify inventory. First, when we sell a vehicle from internal inventory. Second, when we sell a vehicle from an external dealership. Third, when a vehicle is ordered from the manufacturer and added to our inventory. And fourth, when a trade-in is made and also added to our inventory. Our final section, Data, contains some capabilities our system must have. The first is a calculation of commissions for each salesperson. This is done on a weekly basis. The second is a calculation of promotional offers on our internal inventory. This is also done on a weekly basis. And finally, the capability to export data for consumption by our accounting and analytics reporting systems. The format of this export is defined by those systems. This concludes our presentation on our systems request and functional, non-functional requirements. We would like to thank you for your time.